So now, if we watch closely, we'll notice that he is eating a buffalo thorn, which is the same tree that I spoke about yesterday morning, the one that ripped my t-shirts. And it's incredible the way it can actually feed on this tree without getting its lips tangled and its tongue caught, but they are highly adapted and suited to feeding on these thorny bushes, and also willing to take not the risk, but take one or two pricks to get to the very tasty leaves. On his neck there's a red-billed oxpecker, which we can see doing a great job at keeping off the ectoparasites, the blood-sucking ticks. Interesting to see how the oxpecker almost combs through the hair, looking for its prey. You can hear the oxpeckers calling now. A very, very useful call to remember when spending time in the bush. The reason being, when on foot or even in a vehicle, you can be driving along in quite thick vegetation, and if you hear that call, it's an indicator that there is a mammal there, and what could be potentially a dangerous mammal, a buffalo, a rhino. So a very useful call to have lodged in your memory somewhere for when on foot, or simply when looking for mammals. If we have a closer look at the head of the oxpecker, the head of both the oxpecker and the giraffe, because I guess they're both in the same place. Oh, this is wonderful. So, for explanations purposes, we could not have asked for a better situation than this. The oxpecker has been rubbing its bill actually on the bald top part of those two horn-like structures called ossicones. Those thousands or millions of years ago would have potentially been long horns, and over the millennia the giraffe has lost the requirement to have these horns, and this is all it's left with, these two little stumps, and it allows us to sex the giraffes. So this individual, you would have noticed I'm calling him a male, and you can distinguish that by the fact that at the top of those two horn-like structures there is no hair. It's a bald surface, whereas the females will have a very distinctive tuft of hair coming off the top of those horns, or also known as ossicones. The reason why the men lose the hair is not only stress, it may be a contributing factor, but it's from fighting with other male giraffes. So they'll use their head like a battering ram and swing that long neck into their opponents, and that obviously takes off the hair. Beautiful. He's having a good look at us, we're having a good look at him. Win-win situation. Really is incredible how the mutualism between animals and nature occurs. Such a small bird helping such a large mammal. Beautiful. Really, really beautiful.